Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome the fuck back. Let's dig right into it. Ben Davison, Tyson Fury's trainer, basically comes out and states that Anthony Joshua needs to give Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury a 50-50 split. Now, I'm going to be honest and unbiased about this. This is a direct comment from Ben Davison. This is a direct quote. It depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to make as much money as possible, then yeah, negotiate it out, fight to the death over the last few percent, whatever it is. In my eyes, if you want to make the fight, it's a 50-50. If two champions are coming together, it's 50-50. If you want to make the fight, because you will end up in a situation where we did with Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe, we may never see that fight. That's an interesting statement. So basically, he's coming out and saying that, hey, money's been the holdup. So it's not that Anthony Joshua didn't want the fights, it's that these guys are asking for an unreasonable split. Let's be honest and unbiased about that. These guys are wanting 50-50 when they don't deserve 50-50. Tyson Fury's had too long of a layoff to be out to deserve 50-50 with Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder clearly doesn't have the name or resume to deserve 50-50 with Anthony Joshua. Here's another statement in a direct quote from Ben Davison. Their promoter, Eddie Hearn, basically problem in making the fight with Deontay Wilder is they're looking at it as too much of a business fight. So basically what he's saying is that it's all about the money with Eddie. But here's the thing. People try to blame Eddie and say, oh, he don't want Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua's ducking Deontay Wilder. Now you know that it was all bullshit. Now that you know the truth, that it's all about money. It's not about anything else. Deontay Wilder was being extremely unreasonable in his request about money. This is what this all comes down to. And they try to make AJ and Eddie look like the bad guys. And believe me, I'm no fan of promoters because I know promoters have games and tricks. But if you can't honestly say that Eddie Hearn wouldn't want to make this fight because it would go against his own best interest to make money. That would be the biggest fight you can make in the heavyweight division right now. A unification, undisputed, with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Why would he not want to make that fight when he see the flaws and vulnerabilities in Deontay Wilder? Only fanboys defend Deontay Wilder at this point. Only fanboys bring up a $50 million that's been debunked. Only fanboys have these same talking points and outdated rhetoric. Another quote from Ben Davison. It depends, forget it. We're not even going to get into anymore with Ben Davison. He didn't already expose the situation for what it is. It's a 50-50 split. And so let's look at Anthony Joshua and see if these guys really deserve a 50-50 split. Anthony Joshua is coming into his 23rd fight right now, and he's already fought Alexander Povetkin. He's already fought Dillian White. He's already fought Dominic Breazeale. He's already fought Vladimir Klitschko. So he's already fought some of the best names in boxing in the heavyweight division. And yet Deontay Wilder, and this is Anthony Joshua getting ready for his 23rd fight. This is Anthony Joshua getting ready to fight undisputed with Deontay Wilder. And he's already have all these top level names. And Deontay Wilder in his 23rd fight, he was basically fighting Owen Beck. Owen Beck. Who the fuck is Owen Beck? Owen Beck was 29-10 in his 23rd fight when Deontay Wilder fought him in his 23rd fight. Owen Beck was also coming off of multiple losses. It just doesn't make any sense. Anthony Joshua has done too much while Deontay Wilder has not done enough. Deontay Wilder arguably lost and robbed Tyson Fury of his last fight. So this lets you know that Deontay Wilder should be more in desperate need to try to make this fight, because now Deontay Wilder already has a draw on his record in the eyes of the public. We all know he lost that fight. Let's be honest and unbiased. Luis Ortiz, a 40-year-old Luis Ortiz, almost beat Deontay Wilder. A Luis Ortiz who has high blood pressure and who gassed out almost beat Deontay Wilder. And the reason why, that everyone is all of a sudden a Luis Ortiz fan, it's not because Luis Ortiz is a good fighter or anything. People are pumping up Luis Ortiz to be better than he is, just for the simple fact that he gave Deontay Wilder hell. If we're going to be honest and unbiased, Anthony Joshua stops Luis Ortiz in 5 rounds. Let's be honest about this. There's levels to this game, and Anthony Joshua is an elite level fighter, and Luis Ortiz has never won a world championship. Luis Ortiz has never beat an elite level or top level fighter. Anthony Joshua has beat top level guys who could easily beat anyone. Let's be honest and unbiased. And then Deontay Wilder, people are giving this guy credit for a Bermane Stiverne. He was outboxed thoroughly by Gerald Washington and Chris Arreola, Arthur Spilka. Come on. let's be honest. Deontay Wilder is not the monster that people try to make it out to be. He does not deserve 50-50 with Anthony Joshua. His resume doesn't show that. He was giving away tickets to his most recent fight against Tyson Fury. No one knows who Deontay Wilder is in the United States. He's not a big star. It's because he was fighting bum after bum after bum. He could have been in Unified. Remember, he said he's one face, one name, one champion, and he's never unified. He says he has $50 million for AJ. Where was that $6 million you needed to get Joseph Parker? You know why? Because it was all lies. You have to be honest and unbiased in your assessment. Anthony Joshua should not give Tyson Fury nor Deontay Wilder 50-50. I think he should give those guys a same amount of split, anywhere from about 30 to 35% at the very best. And I think that's a generous offer with the pay-per-view percentage. But at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua should not give either one of these guys 50-50. They don't deserve it at this point. They haven't done enough. If Tyson Fury gets the belt from Deontay Wilder in a rematch, then fine. But I would prefer to see Deontay Wilder step up, take the challenge, and fight Anthony Joshua right now for undisputed. And so we can all know who the best is. But it looks like he's continuing to avoid Anthony Joshua. He's using money as an excuse. You remember Deontay Wilder had already agreed to all these terms with Anthony Joshua and then came out and said he can't find his pen. He likes to delay negotiations and try to put it all on Anthony Joshua. This is why you can't believe all these fanboys coming out here with all this rhetoric. You guys are just fans of Deontay Wilder. You're not being honest and unbiased. You have biased new media, biased ego, Dante's biased nation, and you have those LWC bitches that are always crying and holding on to Deontay Wilder as the greatest thing since sliced bread. But when he was exposed, where was these guys at? These guys had nothing to say. These guys couldn't be honest. These guys went as far as to say that Deontay Wilder was robbed. That is the most idiot shit I've ever heard in my life. Let's be honest and unbiased. Deontay Wilder got thoroughly outboxed, didn't win any rounds except for the two he got the knockdowns, and in my opinion, he was outboxed those rounds as well. Let's be honest and unbiased. Once again, it's the IBFP. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.